welcome to August 2022's Battle of the Believability.
So this month we talked about four pretty unique. Are they two? There's
four.
Well, no, I know. I was going to say aliens. There's only one alien.
One.
No, there's an array of everything on here.
Is this our first time ever doing four? I think it's our first time ever having 4 episodes.
Yeah, because the one episode that would be a listener is mostly its own topic.
It is. It's kind of like when we did La Lechuza.
Yeah.
So again, the way this works, we are going to go over every fully listener submission topic that we did in the month of August, and we're going to rank those episodes from most believable to most unbelievable. Most believable goes on to the end of the year to see what topic we covered in 2022 is the most believable episode. The bottom is kind of like the Razzie Award, right?
Yeah,
the most unbelievable.
Like,
yeah, the most unbelievable thing
you idiot
ever in the world of 2022. And the middle ones will be in this bracket where y'all get to vote, and then they'll be like the runner-up.
Yeah.
That's a summary, right?
And then usually there's no one in between that just like falls into nothingness. But this time, because there's 4, there will be.
I would say 2 would then go to the bracket, right? Whichever ones are in the middle.
I guess that makes sense.
We'll give them a fighting chance. Maybe there'll be an asterisk by it, like the bubble ring for the Lakers. But anyway, Charlie, why don't you start off? These are in order that we produced them in August. These are the 4 topics that we're going to be talking about today on this video.
Wow. You call it producing. I never really thought of it that way, but you're right. We did produce them. So the first topic is the Japanese Yokai, which is just this array of interesting and unique spirits from Japan, from umbrellas that can lick you to demons with long necks.
Face fruit?
And face fruit, yes.
And the butthole.
There are so many strange ones, and also really amazing ones, like the Tengu. Oh my gosh, the Tengu.
And the Dai Tengu.
Dai Tengu,
yeah. There's a lot of them.
There's many of them.
The next episode that we covered the month of August was the Berwyn Mountain UFO encounter. So this takes place in Wales. It was many decades ago, and basically this small town by the Berwyn Mountain range saw this red light crashed down. There was like an earthquake around, and all these people came outside. What is going on? We're seeing this light in the sky. There's the military that are coming, telling people to turn around. There's nothing to see here. And the episode follows one ufologist, Margaret Fry, and her adventure to kind of prove that there was alien life form that landed on this mountain range.
And then our next episode is the Ohio Grassman. OH.
IO.
There we go.
Well, I was doing it. Not everybody can hear, I was doing it. I was physically doing it.
I see. But this is the Ohio Grassman, which is essentially Ohio's version of the Bigfoot.
Yep.
There are different variations to why it's not a Bigfoot, but that's what it boils down to. It's this giant cryptid ape-like thing that wanders through the Ohio valleys and hills.
Build nests, and they're aggressive.
Yes.
They're angry. They wake up in Ohio. They're like, damn it. And the 4th episode that we covered in August that we're going to be talking about today is the Battersea Poltergeist. So we're in the UK because that's apparently where every poltergeist ever in the world lives. And it involves the family with Shirley. She finds this key on her pillow. She's like, that's weird. It disappears. And then literally for 12 years, she's dealing with this poltergeist activity that causes scratching, loud noises, moving furniture around. She literally levitated. Her dad's hand burned.
And was scratched.
And wrote a lot of letters. This was a pen pal from a different dimension. So with that said, it is now time for us to go through and make cases, arguments, points. It's like we're in a court, right?
Sure.
We normally agree. Spoiler. I think, okay, so you see the screen. This is where we operate. This is where the rankings happen. That we never really start top or bottom. It's just kind of, I think whichever one we're most feeling is where we start.
Yeah. Where do you want to start, though? What are you feeling?
Let's start at the bottom.
I knew you were going to say it. Okay.
Well, what did you think coming? Because you said before we recorded that it felt like there was
I did. I was like, oh, man, I think I know what's going to be at the bottom.
Well, what do you think's gonna be at the bottom?
Unfortunately, I do think it's gonna be the yokai.
Ah, see, you said it wasn't from here. What if I was like, oh, it's a poltergeist, the UK?
I would have been surprised.
Oh man. Okay, so if I have to get football here, if these were quarterbacks, I think the Ohio Grassman would be Josh Allen. The Berwyn Mountain UFO is trippy, so I think it would be Aaron Rodgers. The Battersea Poltergeist, I don't know why I'm feeling Lamar Jackson, and then I feel like Yokai is like Jacoby Brissett. Just like it's at the bottom, and I'm a Browns fan, so I can make that joke. They make sense in my head.
That's good. I wish I could follow.
I am 100%. They're all Andrew Luck except for the Yokai.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, Yokai I would definitely put at the bottom just because it's almost like, have you ever heard where if you're not saying that they're lying, I'm not saying this is fake, I'm just saying it's the most unbelievable. But have you ever heard like when someone speaks too much, it can hurt you?
Yes.
Like sometimes overselling your point, over speaking, in multiple situations can be to your detriment.
Absolutely.
I think that's the case with the yokai. I think
too many options.
There's too many. Because if we were doing like, okay, if it was like Berwyn Mountain UFO, our board's over here, by the way. We're not just randomly looking off. We don't have a producer holding it up. Well, we do have a producer, but he's not here. I lost my point. It's
overtly talking.
Yeah, like if it was the Tengu, right? Like if it was Berwyn Mountain, Ohio Grassman, Battersea Poltergeist, and the Tengu, it'd be like, okay, like I can do that. But when you have like 1,000 of these Japanese spirits, and some of them
they're
are
all
just
very different too,
and some are just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. Like the good old Bud Eye.
I'm a believer in most paranormal things, otherwise I probably wouldn't be on this podcast. But I also have this little area in my heart that is reserved for skepticism, and I wouldn't feel good at going to sleep tonight, which I wouldn't do anyways, if I didn't put yokai at the bottom.
I had a lot of when we did the episode, I was like, I don't know. It just because I couldn't find any personal experiences, but also we did get a message that were. It's not that there weren't personal experiences; that they were all in Japanese.
Yeah,
which I totally understand.
That's kind of Google's fault, not ours.
Yeah, I tried.
Just saying. Okay, I'm fine cementing that in if you are.
Yeah.
Okay, you see it. So let's work our way up then. Okay. So what is the second most unbelievable in the third position?
They're all really hard.
Yes. So Berwyn Mountain, we're dealing with an entire village that claimed to see this thing. So it's multiple witnesses. Ohio Grassman has a lot of encounters.
A lot of more than just. I was gonna say more than just Ohio, but that's silly.
Well, it's like the Michigan dog man. It's everywhere but Michigan. Actually, he moved out. He's like, fuck this place. I like drinking water. So and then Ohio Grassman, it's also like tied to Bigfoot. Like if you lean into Bigfoot, makes sense.
Why couldn't it be a Grassman as well?
Battersea Poltergeist. I feel like there's enough witnesses. The family. You bring in Chiblock, who believed in it, and I would say the biggest argument for Battersea Poltergeist was that neighbors were coming out because the house is rumbling. But
there's a lot of good arguments for Battersea Poltergeist.
Okay, let's go in terms of let's take the witness approach.
Okay.
Battersea Poltergeist is a small neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
Berwyn Mountain UFO is a town.
Yeah.
And Ohio Grassman is a
state.
So I'm not saying that should determine 1, 2, 3, but it almost makes you feel like Battersea Poltergeist
has the least, but also I feel like the evidence is more extreme than either of the other two. So
you think that Battersea Poltergeist has more going for it than Ohio Grassman and Berwyn Mountain?
I don't know about more going for it, but the evidence is more not tangible. That sounds the right word, but do you know what I mean?
I'll give you this. Well, it's physical, and it is tangible, because in the Berwyn Mountain UFO, they were not able to find anything tangible.
Right.
And they had like 3 decades.
And there's actually nothing found in the Grassman either that is tangible.
Now, I don't know if it was just... and also there's a meteorite shower at the same time. So was it a meteorite shower that was mixed with... You know what? There's an out for Berwyn Mountain. Meteorite shower mixed with an earthquake. I'm not saying that's what I believe.
It's a couple things that happen.
But with the Ohio Grassman and the Battersea Poltergeist, you don't really have an easy out. I'm okay actually putting... Wow, you changed my mind. I'm okay putting Berwyn Mountain UFO encounter third, if you are.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
I do like the story a lot, but Yeah.
We like all these stories. It's not about what we like.
That's true.
It's about being scientific and
I think that
journalistic.
makes the most sense.
Okay, let's do it. You see it on the screen. Now we are down to the top 2. Which one is going to battle all the other middle episodes where y'all vote? Do you have any strong feelings? So again, we're between the Battersea Poltergeist, a UFO poltergeist,
Yeah,
and the Ohio Grassman, which is basically our Bigfoot.
yeah.
People can call us
hurts.
homers if we put Grassman up top.
I know.
Not that I care.
No, I know, but it hurts because I feel like I want to go Battersea.
Battersea at the top or Battersea second?
Battersea on top.
See, I was actually leaning...
Grassman on top.
Yeah, but I do believe in Bigfoot more than you do.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah, that's one of my dirty secrets is that I'm not a huge believer of Bigfoot.
yeah. So,
I have a question for you though.
yes.
Do you know what you put for both of those? I know you put for Grassman, I think.
Battersea, I think I put believable.
I think you put viable for Grassman.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. I think one of the issues for me is that Poltergeist is still such like an unknown.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, even if you strip away the title of it, like did something happen to Shirley? You know, is there some type of presence that was there for 12 years? Otherwise, we're trusting. Now, obviously, there's a lot more witnesses, but the Battersea Poltergeist was one family.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard.
And some of my best friends have said they've seen Bigfoot in Ohio. I didn't say it was a grass man, but you know,
Well, no, but
just because you don't know the word for it.
we talked about it in the episode. Like, you might not be as well versed. Like everything that's a Bigfoot is a Bigfoot, you know, or like
Yeah.
every alien is an alien.
So, okay, so basically at the bottom level, are we more likely to believe that there's this cryptid in Ohio, or that this girl was dealing with a personal poltergeist for 12 years?
You know what?
It's tough.
I'm gonna do a 180. So I feel like I'm gonna say Grassman is more the number one for me, because there's less. Like the girl that was her name, Sally.
Shirley
May have made up her encounters. I mean, she may have wrote the things. She may have the notes that they found.
Well, they said it was like the
It was
handwriting
her
experts
handwriting.
said it was her handwriting,
Mhm. And I don't. It's very difficult. But now I feel like I almost want to put Bigfoot on top.
but how did she make? And now I'm not trying to now play devil's advocate when you're now agreeing with me. But how did she make everything in the house vibrate then, unless it just wasn't true?
She went.
She turned all the lights off and ran around and started just shaking stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was my original inclination to put Ohio Grassman first. So if you want to lock it in, I'm down. But I definitely this one is tough.
Yeah.
I do think there's a very strong case for both of
I
these.
wish we could get like a lawyer to do this.
We need to phone a friend and call Ben and give him no context and like,
Yeah.
hey, producer Ben, should we go Grassman or Battersea? He's like, what are you talking about? Just this one. Like, all right. Do you want to lock it in?
No.
Okay.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of unanswered questions about the poltergeist.
And there's so many witnesses to the Grassman.
Yeah.
But also, it's not super well known. Like, I didn't know about it.
I
And I've
didn't
been
either.
here forever.
I didn't either.
But I don't know a ton about. I didn't know a ton about poltergeist, so it's not like. Oh, these are two different lights. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, Grassman.
All right. There's some that I felt very strongly about. Sometimes I come in here and I already have the list in my head, and that's the way it works out. This one is tough. So let us know in the comments. We are putting it officially: Ohio Grassman, Battersea Poltergeist, Berwyn Mountain UFO Encounter, and the Yokai. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you think we got it right, if it should have been Battersea Poltergeist first, or if we're completely wrong and it should have been Yokai. None of y'all think it was Berwyn, and that's fine. So that is this month's Battle of the Believability. Thank you everybody so much for watching, for hanging out with us for like the last 12, 13 minutes. This one was tough.
Yes, this was difficult.
But always fun. It's good to revisit the topics too, because we both have a tendency to kind of leave them in the past.
Yeah. As soon as I'm done with edit, it's gone.
It's done.
Out of my head.
Forget about that shit.
It's all fake anyway.
And I'm just kidding. Don't come at me. But you know what you can do is you can go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, leave a rating on Spotify, or leave a 5-star review on Apple. Let us know what you're thinking. Oh, man, that's great.
And if you want to talk about the episodes that come out on Tuesday with more detail, please join us on Twitch, Believe in the Bizarre, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's right, the extended discussion. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out, and stay tuned for next month's Battle of the Believability.